Very good evening to all of you. Namaskar. Happy Diwali to all of you. So this is the fourth episode of Crossroad Stories of Budding Professional. So बहुत दिनों के बाद जैसे कि आप लोग सब जानते हैं ये जो पेंडेमिक है कोविड-19 ये ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म का एक नया दौर शुरू किया. This is a new era of online platform. Last 3 or 4 months we are running with this program Crossroad Stories of Budding Professional along with me and my fellow good obedient students just like Anamika, Aisani, Sumit, Sayak, Swapnadeep. These people are doing a lots of effort. So main effort and main motivation of this program is that कि we are in a crossroad. Crossroad means जिसको हिंदी में बोलते हैं चौराहा बोलते हैं जहाँ पे इंसान को सोचना पड़ता है कि अभी यहाँ से कहाँ जाए. तो ये जो चौराहा है ये क्या होता है जो मुसीबत में संभावना बोलते हैं डिजास्टर में अपॉर्चुनिटी का जो माहौल होता है वो ये उसी के अंदर आता है. तो हम लोग जब ये कार्यक्रम आरंभ किए थे प्रोग्राम स्टार्ट किए थे तो हम लोगों का एक मन में एक बात था कि हम लोग ये प्रोग्राम क्यों करें. तो हमारे जो बच्चे थे मैंने देखा कि सबके माइंड में कुछ ना कुछ चल रहा है कि इसके बाद क्या होगा जिसको बोलते हैं एक डाउटफुल माइंड होता है. तो आज बीइंग ए साइकोलॉजी स्टूडेंट मैं भी एक साइकोलॉजी स्टूडेंट रहा हूं तो मैं सोचा कि चलो राम का जो सेतु बंध है उसमें नल नील या अंगद या बाली सुग्रीव ना सही गिलहरी सही अपना कुछ श्रमदान किया जाए. तो मैं कार्यक्रम आरंभ किया था. बहुत सारे इंडस्ट्री एक्सपर्ट और फैकल्टी जो है कि अलग अलग कॉलेज में एकेडमिशियन है सबको बुलाए थे. जैसे कि पहला एपिसोड जो था उसमें हमारे एमआईटी यूनिवर्सिटी के हमारे प्रिय मित्र सौम्यदीप रॉय आए थे. फिर दूसरा वाला जो था उसमें हमारे 2 मित्र और आए थे और तीसरा वाला में हमारे एलुमनी आए थे और ये चौथा है. तो चौथा वाला जो कार्यक्रम है ये कार्यक्रम हम लोगों का जो है बहुत दिनों के बाद कर रहे हैं क्योंकि हमारे जो थर्ड ईयर के बच्चे 17 और 20 के बैच के बच्चे हैं उनका परीक्षा चल रहा था. सो ये कार्यक्रम जो है ये कार्यक्रम का मेन जो मतलब है यही है कि दिमाग में हमारे जो बच्चे हैं हमारे जो युवा पीढ़ी है जो युवा समाज है या जो यंगिस्तान है उनका दिमाग में राह मिल जाए उनको कि कहाँ पे अपॉर्चुनिटी है और हर एक अंधेरा रात के बाद एक सवेरा होता है लाइटफुल सवेरा होता है. तो उस सवेरे की तरफ लेने के लिए कोशिश है मेरा छोटा सा प्रयास है मेरे बच्चों और जो भी ऑर्गेनाइजिंग कमेटी है. So I am very thankful to all of the organizing committee, those who helped me to conduct this program. So this is the 4th episode, and before starting this 4th episode, I would want to introduce today's host and episode coordinator, that is Miss Anamika Datta. She is a promising girl. Last 3 years, 17 from 17 to 20 जो 3 साल था उसमें बहुत सारा इवेंट है जैसे स्वच्छ भारत प्रोग्राम कार्यक्रम हो गया हमारा पर्यटन पर्व हो गया कुछ भी कार्यक्रम में हमेशा से मेरे साथ रही है काम किए बहुत सारा गवर्नमेंट का जो स्पॉन्सर प्रोग्राम में काम किया बहुत सारा एक्सपीरियंस भी उसके साथ है. तो शी इज ऑल्सो ए गुड शेफ. आई वांट टू इंट्रोड्यूस हर. शी इज ए गुड शेफ ऑलवेज बिजी विद लॉट्स ऑफ एक्टिविटीज बट किचन इज ऑल्सो हर फर्स्ट प्रायोरिटी. तो काम करना और काम के साथ काम को एंजॉय करके काम करना जिसको बोलते हैं काम में अपना एंजॉयमेंट निकाल लेना भी सही है. सो ओवर टू यू अनामिका टू प्रोग्रेस.
थैंक यू सो मच सर. A very good evening to one and all present here today with us. So the dish that I am going to present today is Machet Tok. It is basically a ancient forgotten dish of district Bardhaman, West Bengal. So there is a story behind the birth of this particular dish. The production of fish was in huge amount in this particular district, and as we know in like ancient era there was no refrigerator and we were not at all that familiar to the preserving methods. So then our ancestor decided to preserve that particular fish with tamarind. As we know, tamarind contains tartaric acid, so it works as preserving. That is all about the dish. Let us move on to the video of the recipe. Sir, please play the video.
Yes, of course.
Let's see what are the ingredients we need for making Machet Tok. So here it goes fish. I am using rohu here. You can use any fish. This is tamarind pulp. I have made it by soaking the tamarind in warm water. You can easily get it from the market. This is poppy seed paste. This is sugar. This is pachforon, which includes fennel seeds, fenugreek seeds, nigella seeds and mustard seeds. This is turmeric powder. This is salt. This is whole poppy seeds, this is green chili and this is fried red chili. We will start the dish by marinating the fish with salt and turmeric. Keep it aside for a few minutes. We will heat the pan with some mustard oil. Once the pan is heated up and it is ready to fry, we will put the pieces of fish. Wait till both the sides get properly fried. So we can see the fishes are fried. We will keep these aside. Then we will use the same pan. We'll add some more mustard oil. Wait till this oil gets heated up. So we can see the oil has been heated up. Now we will add some pachforon to it. We'll add 2 to 3 fried red chili. Red chilies have changed its color. Now it's time to add the tamarind pulp. We'll add some water to it. Start to boil. So we can see the pulp has started to boil. Now we will add the sugar. You can add the sugar as per your taste. So after adding the sugar, we can see it has started to boil. Now it's time to add the fishes. We will cover it and let it boil till we get a thick consistency. Now we can see we got a thick consistency. Now we will add the poppy seed paste. Take 2 spoons to it. We'll mix it and let it boil again. So we have already got a very thick texture. Now it's time to remove it from the gas. So we are done.
Thank you, Anamika. It's mouth-watering. I don't know about Mr. Jain, but I feel very mouth-watering as it's Kartik month. So I can't buy fish. That is my limitation. But after this Kartik month, I will try this dish. One question
Yes.
from audience. Can we prepare this dish with small fish? One of our students,
sure.
your junior.
Any kind of fish, we can prepare it.
So, okay. So I think the audience will be getting this answer. Then now it's time to interaction between budding chef and me. So Anamika, what is
Yes,
your
sir.
cooking style?
Sorry, sir.
What is your cooking
So
style?
basically, I'm from service department, but then my kitchen is also a part of my interest.
Yes.
So I try like every kind of cooking. I'll try to learn from my friends. Like after faculties, I try to learn from my friends who are into kitchen department. So I keep on trying various dishes.
So service and kitchen both are interrelated to each other.
Interest, yes, sir.
Well, so another question is related to your study life. How you come to hotel management course? And
So because like since class 8 or 9, I was watching a TV show in National Geography where I saw someone doing that flaring. That dragged me into that particular department, and I kept on asking my brother and my father that what I need to do for doing this particular thing. And they said that this is like you have to go through bartending and mixology thing. For that, you have to do HM. That's why I came to hotel management.
one compliment from our friend and our previous guest, Dr. Soumyadeep Roy. She appreciated these dishes that her grandmother make these dishes in previous times. So you regenerate this dish. So thank you. He told you thanks.
Thank you so much, sir.
So one question. So can you explain in one or two line your day one experience in IHM Bhubaneswar and day last experience when you leave this college? Making a video. I seen this video in Facebook that you are very heart touching and very emotional video. So what is the difference between first day and last video?
So day one was very difficult for me because first of all, for the first time we are going out of our home, we will be leaving away from our parents. That also like hostel was my first time hostel experience, college hostel. So it was very difficult for me. I kept on crying like starting 7 days. I kept on crying in my hostel. But after then, the seniors, my third year especially, they were like elder brothers and sisters away from home. Yeah, they were mass introduction and everything. Apart from all those things, there was fun. And the last day was that was also a very difficult day for me to leave the college because like I know that I'm not leaving my college because nobody can leave. Nobody can leave the attachments. Nobody can delete it. The memories, whatever we have created all those 3 years. But then when we realize that we will not be going to the college on a regular basis, that is very, very difficult for us to like to face that particular truth.
Okay. So most memorable day in IHM Bhubaneswar. I think there are lots of memorable memories.
Exactly, sir. Exactly.
I can see your face. All the emotions are right now reflecting on your face. So most memorable days and most memories with a few friends with very
so memories. Each day we have created some or other memories each day.
And very peculiar names. Can you told few friends and few peculiar names in this platform?
So of friends that we call them by.
Yes.
So from our class.
As I know, there is one is friend is known as Kaka. Kaka Pandey is there. So there are few names.
Kaka Pandey is there. Gaurav Pandey is Kaka Pandey. Chacha is our Sumit. Yes. Then Lalu is our Abhimanyu. There are lots of sir.
Okay. So the time when you feel that कि यहाँ पे कैसे क्या करें और एडजस्ट हो गए, तो कुछ ऐसे दोस्त जो कि तुम्हें सिखाए, जिंदगी में बहुत कुछ सिखाए, तो ऐसे दोस्त के बारे में कुछ बोलिए.
So in hostel life, in hostel among my batchmates, there was Nanika Chakravarti and Vidisha Sinha. They were not my roommates, but they were more than my roommates. And even my roommates, Akansha, Amita and Meeta, they were too helpful for they were okay with that hostel thing. But then I wasn't okay because I'm a very pampered brat since childhood. So I wasn't that okay. I used to be homesick. I used to miss my parents. I used to cry at phone that I'm not feeling good. Take me out of this hostel. But then they were the first people who made me understand the fun that we can have in the hostel. And like, I will say that there is no best life apart from hostel. And last, when we are passing out from third years, the whole batch, I cannot leave a single person whom I will not miss, the whole batch. But then yes, Koena and Ankita, they are like two good friends.
Oh, well, they also, I think they also hearing you in panel also. They are in live streaming also. They feel very happy that you miss them. And they also miss you. So most embarrassing situation in college life.
Embarrassing situation.
You doesn't want to remember, but you doesn't want to forget also.
No, that was not embarrassing, but there was something which I don't want to say right now in this live platform. But then there was something for which I got caught by Preeti ma'am and principal ma'am in my first year days. Even if ma'ams are watching, then they will laugh at me right now. Yeah, so they scolded me, but then it was fun. It's okay.
Yes. So, in your last question, what you want to message to your fellow juniors, those who are right now in live streaming, watching live streaming? Is it difficult to complete this course, or is it very easy and enjoyable, or is it a life-changing scenario?
No, like whoever will take it, like in what way? I will say if someone is willing to complete the course, they should. But then forcefully, nothing can happen. If the parents are forcing them to do, or like if they are thinking that चलो कम पढ़ना होगा, आगे बढ़ जाएंगे, ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं होता है. This doesn't happen. It's a very huge course. हम लोग को लगता है कि we feel like hotel management is very easy, but then from whatever stream we are coming after 11, 12, it may be humanities, science, or commerce. We have to read hotel engineering, we have to read nutrition, accounts, especially accounts, and not only those 4 subjects. And even if we consider that four main subjects, then also like service, it is full of. If we don't know chemistry, we cannot complete service. Production is there. Even front office and housekeeping. Housekeeping is also full of chemicals and cleaning agents and everything. So only if we want to like do well, we can, or else nobody can make it well for us.
Well, this is a very good answer. बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट जो ऑनलाइन देख रहे हैं वो भी पूछ रहे हैं कि मैम कैसा था 3 साल, और कैसे आप बोल रही इतना एंजॉय किए, इतना पढ़ाई और पढ़ाई के साथ कैसा एंजॉय करते हैं. तो एक लाइन में मैं बोल सकता हूँ, और तुम भी इस पे एग्री करोगे कि क्या होता है ना, जो आईएचएम का जो 3 साल है पता नहीं चलता कैसे निकल जाता है. और जब लास्ट में जब बच्चा पास करके जाता है तो एक वीडियो बना के जाता है कि मैं जा रहा हूँ, मैं आऊंगा वापस, जो वीडियो मैंने देखा है फेसबुक में तुम डाले हुए थे. तो जब तक आप पढ़ते हैं तब बहुत सारे गिला शिकवा दुख गाली की बहुत मुश्किल है, और जब जाता है उसी को सबसे ज्यादा मिस करते हैं. इसलिए
इनिशियली वी स्टार्टेड टू हेट दैट पर्टिकुलर प्लेस. भुवनेश्वर हम लोग को पसंद नहीं आता था.
अभी
we miss Bhubaneswar, not only the college, we miss the whole place.
Certainly. Okay, thank you so much for this nice discussion. I think there is a lots of memory boosting with the last 3 years. Both in a very small span, you would talk all the things, all the memories, whatever with you and institute. Thank you, Anamika. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Over to you for our today's guest in introduction. That is Mr. Shantanu Jain. Shantanu Jain, please, over to you. And Anamika, please introduce to our guest.
Yes, sir. So hello, sir. Today we are having with us Mr. Shantanu Jain. He has been a student of IHM Bhopal. He has done his post-graduation from NCHM City Noida, where he has been awarded 3rd in academic excellence for 2 consecutive years. After then, he has also ranked 4th in National Hospitality Teachers and Eligibility Test. Research is his competent quality, and he has 11 papers. Oh my God, 11 papers to his credit in UGC CARE, international and national journals and conferences. And right now he is working with IHM Hyderabad. Sir, please, over to you. How are you feeling with us, sir?
Just one thing I just want to add. Yes. Right now in hospitality education, there are few emerging star and emerging people are rise of few people and few faculty, those who are conducting research in hospitality. Like
Yes, sir.
many syllabus and many studies, there are two parts. One is a practicing subject and one is a teaching subject or academic. So like Santanu Jain, Himanshu Kumar, so John Major, Mr. Soumyadeep Roy, Mr. Yuvraj Prasad, Ms. Pritilata Acharya, and there are Purvi Sahani. I just take few names. These people are the rising star, those who are doing the lots of in their research field. This is not about 14 or 11 paper. Last 4 or 5 conference when I attend in Bhopal National Council, I found Santanu Jain and Purvi Sahani, John Major, these type of people. They're doing a lots of effort without whether they get support or not. They are doing lots of. That is a very appreciable, and that is a good symptom for this Gen Next हॉस्पिटैलिटी रिसर्च, क्योंकि जब तक इंडस्ट्री और एकेडमी की इंटरफेस सही से नहीं होगा और तालमेल नहीं रहेगा जो सूचना के आदान प्रदान में, तब तक कोई भी जो पाठ्यक्रम है वो थोड़ा उन्नति नहीं हो पाता है. सो काबिल तारीफ है शांतनु जैन, मैं आपको सराहना देना चाहूंगा. बहुत बहुत बधाई आपको ये सब अचीवमेंट के लिए. ओवर टू यू अनामिका फॉर द क्वेश्चन आंसर सेशन विद आवर एस्टीम्ड गेस्ट.
So initially I would like to ask you that what is the main reason that indulged you into academics, not into the going to the industry?
Right. First of all, a very happy Diwali to all of you. I'm honored beyond belief to join in this wonderful initiative that Avinash sir as well as the Chefs Club of Institute of Hotel Management Bhubaneswar has started. Thank you very much for inviting me. And I believe my first interest that came into teaching was at IHM Bhopal. I was a member of this club called as STOC, Student of Culinary Knots. So this was the Chefs Club of IHM Bhopal. And I was a member of it. And, you know, our teachers, our lecturers used to motivate the second year and the third year students to teach the first years. You know, we had our entrance tests and we were selected on the basis of caliber that they hold in food production. We had a special chef coat made for specifically for these members and everything, and we had extra classes in theory as well as practical during Saturday and Sunday. And I think it was that time when I forayed into teaching, and when I used to teach my first years, that feeling of satisfaction used to come to me. You know that yes, I have done something that that satisfies my needs as well as my juniors. So I believe this interest in teaching started from there, and with God's grace, I used to get good marks. I was a horrible student in my school time, but when I came into hospitality, I think I found my calling. That yes, academics is something that I can handle. It is something that I feel interested in, and if I feel something in which I'm good, I'm interested at, there is nothing if you can build a career out of it. So I think that was the reason why I got into academics.
Thank you so much, sir. That's great to know. Right. Sir, now, like, as we know, you are into research and things. What will you suggest for a junior researcher? Like, okay. Advice that you'll give to a junior researcher.
Right. See, honestly speaking, even I consider myself as a junior researcher. It has not been, I think, more than a year that I've started. As Avinash sir said, we met at IHM Bhopal conference. That was my first conference as well. But so whenever you're talking about research, there has to have a particular element of interest that one can understand about. You need to have a lot of interest in doing research. You need to have that particular acumen that, yes, I want to find new things. Yes, I want to discover something that I can call of my own. So you need to have that particular thing. And for that, I think patience is one thing that is very much required. Because once you're making a research paper, once you're set out to find something, it requires a lot of time. Once you're trying to get your literature review set, and once you're trying to remove the plagiarism out of it, it is a very big task. So perseverance as well as patience are two things which I think is a very, very important trait if you want to get into research. So yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, sir.
Anamika, I just add on one thing. Like Mr. Jain is told, in 2002 or 3, year of 2002 or 3, there is no term known as plagiarism. because at that time people are referencing textbooks for their research work, and in the growing up IoT, Internet of Things and Internet materials, people start copy and paste technology. So that's why plagiarism term is developed. That is the intellectual theft. That means intellectual theft. And there's another process also started that is known as web out. Web out means you have to remove your plagiarism. That means similar indexing with other internet source. So plagiarism is a very important thing. Many people want to know in this platform. One or two questions also in this live streaming option also. So I just want to one thing, Mr. Jain, when you start your research work, how you face plagiarism in your initial stage? Because I know when I start my research work right now, it's I have 35 research paper and 5 book chapter along with 2 or 3 edited book. But when I start research, it's very, very difficult. People are rejecting your paper without seeing, without reading it. नहीं नया है क्या लिखा हुआ? It's not. So what is the situation you face when you start your research in hospitality education?
Right, certainly. Plagiarism is a very, very big crime. In fact, you can get jailed for it because you are stealing someone's original work. And once you're starting to write papers, you face these things. That yes, when you run your research paper through a software to get how much plagiarism do you have, at that particular point of time, you need to have a particular, certain mindset that yes, I need to reduce it. Else, rejections are almost everywhere. In today's time, editors desk reject these research papers in an instant. There is absolutely no record for it. So whenever you're taking something, that particular art, that particular taste, you need to have that yes, I can read this, but you need to have that particular quality that yes, I can write this in my own words. That you need to have an original aspect even about the work that you're referring to in your paper. And of course, it goes without saying that citation and referencing is that goes without it goes along with the work that you're doing. So that is a basic challenge. But then of course, once you face those challenges, once you sit and do the work, then only you'll be able to conquer this problem. So yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir. So now next, I would like to ask you that what is the industry beyond hotel, like where a fresher can start his or her career and get success apart from hotels?
Apart from hotels, okay, we have a lot of retail companies coming up in the hotel. I mean, you either have hotel options or you have retail options in which you can go into QSRs, your Dunkin' Donuts, your KFCs, your McDonald's, everything. You can get into apparel. You had, like in our college, we had Urban Lifestyles and Will's Lifestyle, West Side. We had these companies coming up as well. But in the recent years, I've felt that, this industry is not just about retail or hospitality. This course is teaching you for life. And we have this saying that, after once you're doing an army course, the hotel management course comes second to this effort. Why? Because this course teaches you how to take care of yourself as well as how to take care of others. Front office teaches you how to handle guests, how to make them feel comfortable. Food production teaches you cooking. It is one of the most important things to survive. Housekeeping teaches you how to clean things. So in a way, this is a holistic development for students. It is not just a course. It is, holistic development for students. And because of the service nature of this industry, you have a lot of new concepts like Airbnbs. You have a new concepts of, a lot of startups that are happening. Like one of the most recent, I won't say recent, but yes, one of a recent QSR called as Fasos is coming into the industry. We have a thing called as Nas Biryani in Hyderabad. It is getting very popular. And these are integrating technology with service. So this is one very, very, interesting area which students can look into foraying so as to, get that technological aspect as well into their jobs. Because this experience can help them a lot in their future career. So yes.
Certainly, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Sir, like as you are into academics and research, what is the best tip for success in this particular department?
If you want to get into academics
and research thing. Yes,
okay.
Sir.
See, I graduated in 2019. It is 2020, right? In fact, I got my first job after graduation. So that transition period between when I was a student and then when I was a teacher is something that is very difficult to cope up with because I still had that student mentality, right? how do we say that? I was basically at this side of the desk, of the teacher's desk. Meanwhile, like 3 months back, I was that side of the desk. So that amalgamation of the feelings that I had between that time taught me only one thing, that you have to be extremely professional. While you're a student, of course, we have a professional course. We are groomed all the time and everything. But then you are between your peers. You're in a comfort zone. But when once you get into academics, once you become a teacher, you're into you're with your peers, which are basically not your friends, right? They are your colleagues, they are your co-workers, and your behavior reflects a lot about yourself. So you need to be constantly aware as to what are you portraying yourself for. So I think the only thing that I feel that you need to do if you're getting into academics is you need to know how to carry yourself. You need to know how to differentiate between your personal life and your professional life, because your professional life, the behavior you carry speaks a lot about yourself. So
Well,
I think
I just
this is one of the
I
most important
I just
qualities.
I just add on one thing. Last 1 month before, I read one question, one report in a Times magazine. So in that magazine, there is a study, that is a research publication, that in India, amount for the expense for the research output are very less. In a population of 3 lakh, that is only 2.5%. That is a very negative thought about our concern, that we are back in the research oriented things. So one question from one of the student, that is Pallak Kumari. She want to ask Mr. Jain to you, whether it is a right decision to take admission after this BSc course or research, go for the research, or it's right decision to go for industry. Why you choose academic rather than your industry, or you have any industry experience also? And what is the dilemma at that time in your mind?
So see, basically, if you're talking about a right decision, I think that requires you need to evaluate your own objectives as to where do you see yourself, right? It might be the good decision for me to get into academics because I was interested into it, but it might not be a very good decision if someone wants to get into service, or for that matter, let's say sales, right? If he is or she is considering to get into academics, I don't think she'll be able to acclimatize herself or himself into this sector. So I think the most important thing is to objectify what you're trying to achieve firstly, that you need to see yourself, where do I see in the next 2 years, or for that matter 5 years, where do I see myself? And if you think that yes, I think I am good in academics and I wish to come into this industry, then of course, as I said, there is nothing like it if you can convert your passion or your interest into your career. We are having so many hotel management colleges opening up. There is a lot of scope into it. We have a dedicated master's degree for one to train himself into becoming a lecturer or a teacher. So options are a lot, but then whether it is a right decision or not, I think you need to understand what your objectives are and where do you see yourself into. Coming to the research part of the question, I think there is nothing like it. Even if our prime minister has changed the decade-old saying of Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan to Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, Jai Vigyan, Jai Anusandhan. Anusandhan is nothing but research. So if he is prioritizing research so much, there is absolutely no doubt, because when you research, you get to know a lot of new things, right? When you walk into a room and you talk to your peers, if you're well informed, then you can make a very huge difference inside their minds that yes, he is well informed. And that can be achieved only if you do research. So this is one particular niche that students can adopt so as to have a better foray into the life.
Just a minute, Ranavika. I want one another question from Ruchi Singh. So this
Sure,
question about from the first year student. She want to ask when this pandemic is completely gone and the industry is reboot. I think Ruchi is not going through magazine and different things. Dear Ruchi, actually in our culture there are lots of downfall and upfall is going on. Like in 2003 or 2019, after Satyam crisis, IT sector is completely broke down, and after 1 or 2 years, IT sector again rise, and jobs opportunities are increased and people are getting job. So I think more or less, as I discussed with Anamika in morning, so in the maximum people and maximum HR, they were told that from the January or December they start recruiting once again. So Richie, I think you got your answer from this platform. I over to Santanu. What your perception?
Sir, of course, when the pandemic hit, we were all about, earlier we used to think that we are the luckiest person. Why? Because we are catering to the basic needs of a human being. That is shelter, food, and clothing. Shelter and food is something that we excel into. And these are the most basic things which will never go out of fashion. But then out came Corona, and these were the things that were worstly affected. We had absolutely zero occupancy rates for for a longer period of time. But of course, we as humans, we learn how to evolve, and now you're seeing industries opening up. In fact, I just read it, in fact, 2 hours back, that Oxford University did a research that the Indian economy might be picking up very faster than what has been anticipated. The Indian economy was one of the worst hits for obvious reasons, but then the silver lining is that it is picking up very quickly. And even if you visit our professional platform called as LinkedIn, you can see so many recruitments happening. And of course, the new world order has taught us to adopt new things. So you need to be socially very active, and you need to seek opportunities rather than getting them in the form of campus recruitments. Campus recruitments are just not just the single source of getting employment. If you create contacts, if you have proper contacts, you can definitely get a job. There is absolutely nothing to it.
Over to you, Anamika.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. We are glad to have you today with us in this episode. Thanks to each and everyone who's watching the show with us. Hope to continue this episode, and we'll be back with some other people, some other guests. Thank you so much, sir. Over to you.
Anamika. I think lots of question and answer discussion with Santanu. I asked one or two questions beyond the track, that is his career background and his lifestyle in IHM Bhopal. After that, we'll be conclude. Anamika, I will ask a question. So, शांतनु जी, जैसे कि हम लोग गए थे लास्ट टाइम आईएचएम भोपाल गए थे, एक स्टूडेंट जो होता है वो बहुत सारा पल रहता है, बहुत सारा मेमोरी रहता है, उसके कैंपस में छोड़ आता है. तो टेल 3 big memory of your life and few friends because you don't want to remember and don't want to forget also.
Sir, of course, I am blessed to be graduating from such a wonderfully and historically rich IHM. I mean, even in that conference, we had an honorable speaker, Dr. Ashish Daya. He was a graduate of IHM Bhopal as well, long back, and he was telling these stories, and it was so wonderful to have these memories, thrown at us, and it made me realize that how lucky I am. Of course, as Anamika said as well, the first few classes or first few weeks were very challenging. Firstly, because we had a lot of intros, everywhere, left and right, you see, everyone is going to be taking our introductions. And you do not prepare for such things. These are thrown at your face at the moment. And there is basically an extempore. And then there is a lot of, pickings that, okay, he's trying to say this. And then there's a lot of fun made at you and everything like that. So these are kind of bittersweet memories that you carry with yourself. Talking about this friends, I think I had a senior, which goes by the name of Mr. Karthik Malviya. He was one of the most hardworking third year that I had. And any interest that I had in food production at that time, I was very much interested in food production during my college days. I think he was the only person that motivated me how to be, selfless, how to be just, working for hours and hours and forgetting about any social activity that I had. I mean, I can only remember attending not even a single social activity. Any activity they used to happen in our college, I was in the kitchen. Whether it is fresher, farewell, alumni, tourism days, anything, I was in the kitchen. So I think his teachings and his experience, basically the practical approach that he inculcated into me, he did not speak about these things. He used to prove them with his actions. So that one person, I don't think I'll ever forget. And speaking about how many people I'll be forgetting, I think close to 200. So let's not go there.
More craziest teacher whose teaching method you don't want to forget.
Oh, no, sir. I think Modi sir, our HOD.
Yes,
His approach was very, very different. I think, yes, his approach was very different. He didn't even pick up a book to teach us. It was all about his practical experience.
And Modi
And
sir
that was
belonged to
something.
Modi sir belonged to IHM Bhubaneswar. We doesn't create followers. We create leaders like our
Definitely.
respected principal ma'am. Like few people right now, 10 principal from IHM Bhubaneswar. So lots of leaders. You remember one leader, that is Modi sir. He's a very nice person, very energetic person. Really.
In fact, my principal, Mr. Sanjay Thakur, he's also he's graduated from IHM Bhubaneswar.
IHM Bhubaneswar. So lots of principal and leaders from IHM Bhubaneswar.
Right. So no doubt about it.
I just want to tell our students, those who hear from you, that Mr. Santanu is highly appreciated in IHM Bhubaneswar National Conference for his paper. So can you focus that conference and few memories about IHM Bhubaneswar?
Yes, sir. I think IHM Bhubaneswar's conference, which was the National Conference on Entrepreneurship, was one of the most professionally conducted conferences that I've ever been to since the day I was welcomed and the day I was dropped off back to the railway station. It was nothing but pure professionalism in any front that you consider, whether it is the front ends of the thing or the back ends of the thing. The welcome that we received, the food that we were served, the arrangements for presenting our papers, it was just a very, very, very wonderful experience for me as well as my co-author, Mr. Himanshu. That conference was something that was, thoroughly enjoyed. And I was also very surprised to see the participation of the alumni, because I think the first day our dinner was sponsored by an alumni. Then at the end, I think when we had the dinner at Mayfairs, that was also sponsored by the alumni of IHM Bhubaneswar. So that tells a lot about a college. As to how passing students are treating about that college. Even Anamika said that she's very much missing the college now. So that I think tells a story in itself as to how the college is treating the students. And as I said, that conference has been imbibed into my soul. And if I get an opportunity to conduct any sort of conferences on my end, I think the reference point would be how IHM Bhubaneswar has did it.
Thank you so much. I convey yours thanks and compliment to our esteemed principal ma'am along with the team, whole team. I think Mr. Pramathadeep Kaura, Yuvraj, and all the team is also there. I convey your message to all them. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So last, it's time for the welcome vote of thanks. It's very difficult to say thanks to a person who has given his time and talent and energy.
Exactly.
Santanuji, I want to thank you so much. Thank you very much for your valuable times and brainstorming, enlightening statements, enlightening advice for our new generation next people जिसको बोलते हैं. And I also want to thanks. I can't tell thanks because he is a part of family also. That's Anamika and my team, Swapnadeep, Sumit, Sayan, everyone, those who are not present due to some problem. But thank you so much, Anamika, for your valuable time.
Thank you so much.
मतलब जिसको बोलते हैं leader can't be a create followers, he creates leader. So we have a lots of leaders. And as being a librarian of this institute, I felt very privileged that हमको ऐसे स्टूडेंट मिले कि जो एक लीडर है और आपस में, जैसे आप संतनु जी बोले कि हमारा अलुमनाई जो है वो अपने दम पे एक कॉन्फ्रेंस करवा देते हैं. हम लोग तो बस क्या बोलते हैं वहां पे थे, लेकिन कौन कर रहा था वो मालूम नहीं, लेकिन हो गया. So eventually, thank you so much for the viewers. Thank you to all the media people who was present here. Thank you to all alumni, my staff who give us time for hearing. Thank you so much, Shantanu ji. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Happy Diwali. Thank you so much.